Hello Eagles, this is your boy. Come let you with a new video. This is week 9. Not so much. Just let you guys know that we won the game 22-14. Now, in the game last week, the Eagles played like champions. Well, today, not so much. But just to make this perfectly clear, now we all know that sometimes you got to play to the best of your ability. And that's what what happened today. Carson went through for over 200 yards pass for the first time in over 4 weeks, is what I want to say. And I must admit that he threw for 1 touchdown pass, but he didn't throw no more than 1. And but I'm gonna say this here: he was able to manage the game long enough to to win the game, and that's what he did. And so, I mean, so much could be added, and so much could be said about this particular game. As you can see, the championship banner behind me, on the side of me, and the other one behind me. But now, to put everything in perspective, as you can see, I'm wearing my all blackout number 91 Fletcher Cox jersey. I posted on Facebook this morning, letting you guys know what jersey that I had on today, or what I was going to wear today, and you got the full benefits of it after I got back from church. I was able to don the game, and it was walk on the jersey on. I'm sorry, and watch the game live stream on YouTube. Not YouTube, live stream on Facebook. I don't know why I keep saying YouTube, but anyway, the game wasn't televised. I thought that it would be, considering both teams, they are commercial, successful franchises. But that wasn't the case today, so it was live streamed today. But I can go ahead and say this much here. This is what we're trying to win again. Another championship. And I'm hoping that be the case. And 239 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Carson Wentz is probably on pace to throw for 25 touchdowns, maybe 10 interceptions. That's what I'm looking at, which would be a career low going back to last season before he got hurt, because he had like 20 or 25 touchdown passes, and that was way before he even got out the game against the Cowboys, who wound up whipping us that season. And that game still irks me in so many ways, because that was a game we had in the trenches. We had the win, but well, y'all know what happened. You watched the game, I watched the game, because it was disappointing to even watch it transpire before my very eyes and before your very eyes as well. But man, I mean, now back to the Eagles, the Bears and Eagles game. We had that game pretty much squared away in the first half of the game, because the Eagles playing pretty well on defense. They doing pretty well on offense. They ran the ball successfully. Carson Wentz got the ball out proper way, getting protection, but the offensive line still got some walls to work through, because the fact is, on the side where Andre Dillard currently occupies, Carson Wentz got sacked 3 times, and those sacks came off that side where Andre Dillard is currently maintaining and holding the fort down. So we got a rookie who's learning at the trenches, uh, blocking top tier defensive ends and top tier linebackers and top tier defensive tackles. So he's learning on the ropes. So with this being the bye week, he'll probably get a little bit more acclimated into the flow of the game because see, this is his third week playing, and the Eagles have won two two games and lost one when Andre did it playing or blocking the blind side of Carson Wentz. Now, that's a good thing. So he now has a little bit of momentum going into the bye week, and then when we get into the game against the New England Patriots, is who we play after the bye week. New England comes to Philadelphia. Now, that game ain't gonna come down to the wire because it gonna depends on who can get the most pressure on the most who. And we all know that the Patriot defense is one of those complicated defenses in the NFL because the simple fact is you have to fight. You have to figure out who to block on that side of the ball when it comes to New England Patriots because see, you got to block well, you got to protect well, you got to get the schemes right when you're blocking the Patriot defense because them guys, them that front three, they were a very complicated defensive scheme. So that's the team who we play next. And I work with a couple of co-workers who are New England Patriot fans. So maybe I'll get some bets in, maybe I won't. It all depends on, you know what I'm saying, it depends on my money flow, such and such. But then you never know when it comes to that game. So I'm already thinking 2 weeks ahead because now the team going into the bye week and they'll be able to get some players healthy. Deshaun Jackson played a little bit in this game. I wasn't able to see it because I was, like I said, I was at church, so I didn't get a chance to watch him play. But from what I've been told, he played in a few series on the field, and he went back out because the injury, he reactivated the injury. And so that's why he didn't play no more in the second quarter, third and fourth quarter. He was done for the rest of the game. So maybe this injury is a little bit more than what people are saying. And what I mean by that is he should have had more time to heal. And now we got 2 weeks coming. We're not quite sure if he's gonna be even ready to play week 11 against the New England Patriots. And so, I mean, it's just so much that could be said about Deshaun Jackson, you know what I'm saying? But I'm quite sure it was good to see him out there. But when you reactivate the injury, that can carry on into the next game against the Patriots. That could be a problem because now we're going to want to carry the top off the defense. So I'm praying and hope that he gets better these last 2 weeks, rest that abdominal strain, and get ready to start running. I hope he can start running probably in the second week of the bye before we play the Patriots, because that's our next team that's on the bill. You know what I'm saying? And that could be a televised game. I'm sure it's going to be. So I'm not quite sure exactly where I'm going to be, but I hope that I am going to be here watching the game on live TV, channel 13, our channel here in Memphis, Tennessee. But I'm gonna take it back to the team now defensively because like I was saying earlier into this video, the defense was playing extraordinarily well. They got to Matt Trubisky 3 or 4 times in the first half of the game, but the second half it started tearing up a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what Jim Schwartz was thinking at the time. Maybe he was thinking that, well, we got enough pressure on this guy. Maybe we don't have to blitz him. But you have to realize, Matt Trubisky, he ain't one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, but he still has the arm strength to get the ball downfield. Maybe the scheme doesn't fit Matt Trubisky. Maybe they need a better quarterback, cause that's Chicago's problem. They have no good quarterback, or they need more receivers. So I'm not sure exactly what it is when it comes to Chicago. But they 3-5, so they still have a good chance to make the playoffs. They just the thing is they got to win. They got to go to 11-5 or 10-6 before they even get a shot to make the playoffs. And then if they get five or six wins, 5 or 6 losses, they still gonna be a road team. So it depends on who they play in the wild card. Because see now, the Eagles are 5-4. Thank God we are one game. We are a half. We when you're 4-4, you're a half game on 500. But when you win that next game, that puts you one game over. So we are one game over 500 and one game behind the Cowboys. But enough of the Cowboys later. Back to the team. Defense needs to get better at pressuring quarterbacks. Jim Schwartz need to come up with better schemes because in the Buffalo game, he kept the pressure going. And I'm not exactly sure what happened in this game against Chicago because he kept the pressure in the first half, but the second half he kind of backed off a little bit with the pressure, and he continued to push the pocket with 4 down linemen. But see, you got to at least have a blitzer coming either off the edge or in the middle. So you got to have a blitzer somewhere to get pressure on the quarterback because see, if I'm not correct, Matt Trubisky threw for over 200 yards, and he did throw a touchdown pass. You know what I'm saying? He threw for one, and the other one was a run. So that's where they 14 points come in at. Trubisky threw for one, and one was a run. That's their 14 points. You know what I'm saying? But this game, it doesn't concern me. It doesn't worry me because that's going to be 5-4. But it does put some thought into your head about the offense because see, this is where the issues come in at. Sean Jefferson got hurt somewhere in the third quarter or the fourth quarter of this game. And when he got the first down, he limped off the field. So I'm not sure exactly what his injury is or his diagnosis. All I know is that he is hurt at the time. And I hope that he'll be healthy coming back off the bye week because he ain't 100% anyway because he had back surgery in the off season and he barely played from week 1 all the way to this week. So I'm hoping that it ain't the back injury that's bothering him. I hope it's something else. I hope it's a calf muscle or calf soreness. But the way it looked like it was calf soreness. Maybe because with that game he didn't go back into the. I don't think he came back into the game. I don't think. Maybe he did. I can't say, but we were able to get the run game going. Thank you, Jesus. But they ran the ball successfully in the first half, but second half they kind of backed off as well. They had consequence to throw the ball more than what he's supposed to have because he threw for like 20. He threw 29 or 33, 29, 39, 239 yards, one score. And he sprinted 3 or 4 times for about 25, 30 yards. So long I've been there. And but all these points they had came off field goals. They only scored 2 touchdown passes. One was a pass, one was a run, and the other points came off the field goal. I think I won't say what field goal, but I won't say what it was. 22 points. The last 3 points was 19. The field goal made 22. So maybe it was B12. Yeah, I think it was 3. I think it was three touchdown scores. But for some odd reason, somewhere along the line, every time the Eagles played the Chicago Bears, they play us to the limit. What I want to say, to the limit. And if you know the game against Chicago on their home turf in the playoffs, it was a 15-14 win. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a low-scoring game when the Eagles play Chicago. The only thing the Eagles haven't blown Chicago out but once, and that was the Super Bowl year. We scored something like 30-something points in that game against Chicago at Chicago. That's the only time we scored over 30 points against them. But throughout the history of playing Chicago, it's been a low-scoring game every time the Eagles play Chicago. It ain't never failed. If you go back in history, you can see all the games that the Eagles have played Chicago, either in Philly or in Chicago. It ain't been no more than 25 points or less every time we play there. And for some odd reason, that's just how it works. Some teams play you better than most. And the offense got to get back in track. Got to get back on track. We got to get our receivers back. We got to get our Sean Jeffers healthy, and he should be healthy going into the bye week, coming back against the Patriots. Deshaun is still a question mark. So we don't know anything about his injury other than he has sustained or reactivated the injury in, I think, the first quarter of today's game. So I mean, there's so much could be said about this. And once again, Doug Peterson calling plays. Some of the plays were questions, with question marks going forward, and some was on point. So much could be said about this entire overall game, but we got the victory. I'm happy about that. The Eagles are 5-4, one game behind the Cowboys, and we are one game over 500. So that saves our season, because now the Dallas Cowboys, they play Monday night against the New York Giants at Met Stadium in New York. Now I'm not sure how this is going to work, because the simple fact is, we know that the Giants are a rebuilding team that seems to have found their franchise quarterback. And they have their running back, who they got in the last year's draft, who was an All-Pro and a Pro Bowl running back. I'm talking about Saquon Barkley. You guys know who he is, because this guy is hard to tackle, hard to take down. Once he's a straight line running back, kind of like Ezekiel Elliott, but he's more talented than Ezekiel Elliott. This guy built like a rock. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, because it's like Jones, the quarterback, he doesn't have many weapons outside of him. They got the tight end, who they got from University of Ole Miss, and they got Shepard, their only number one wideout. So I'm not sure exactly how the Giants are going to orchestrate their passing game, but their running game is their strong suit. So maybe the Giants can run the ball effectively well, to get Jones some breathing room where he can get the ball to receivers. I'm quite sure that's the Giants' plan going into Monday night's game against the Dallas Cowboys. So I'm going to be a Giants fan, because the Cowboys have to lose for us to claim first place once again. And if the Cowboys lose 2 games and we beat the New England Patriots, if we luckily and beat the New England Patriots, that'll put us in first place, sole first place in the NFC East. And when the Eagles do play the Cowboys, even if we beat the Cowboys, I'm hoping that we do, to make it 3 games ahead of them. And if they happen to sweep us again, we'll still be in first place in the division for the NFC East crown. So like I said before, I'm telling you guys some things that you probably do know or you probably don't know. So I'm saying, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video on a high note, like I always do on my videos. This is what we're trying to get. Another Super Bowl title. It's going to be hard. Because after the Patriots, we got the Dallas Cowboys. So the Eagles are going to have 2 games at home. The Cowboys after the New England Patriots. So if we beat the Patriots and beat the Dallas Cowboys, that'll put us in the sole place in the NFC East. That's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm praying for. And that's what I'm hoping that it goes down. So the Eagles win against the Chicago Bears 22-14. Carson Wentz threw for 239 yards, one score. The defense got 3 sacks, no interceptions, but they were able to disrupt most of the Bears' game planning in the first half of the game. And I'm hoping that that continues after this bye week because we're going to need it. We're going to need players to get not injured, but we're going to need players to get healthy and ready to roll against the New England Patriots. This is your boy, sign out. Peace. One love.